Rick and Debbie Francis have been married for over 30 years. They faithfully tithe to their church, give to missions, and the building fund.
I had good pastors that taught a Bible perspective on giving. When I got my first job, I was in my teens, probably 15 years old. I just knew that that was the thing to do.
Over the years, they enjoyed God's faithfulness with good jobs and steady finances. However, within the span of 14 months, that all changed when their son Logan started needing expensive care.
Son Logan began to develop some problems and some issues, and he needed therapy, and it was going on for months. So that just kept building and building, and it became quite the bill.
In the midst of all this, Debbie became concerned with Rick's health, too.
I started to notice, of course, I'm a nurse, so I'm starting to notice Rick is losing weight, and he's not sleeping. He's more, he's just weighted down, I think, a little bit.
While the bills piled up and Rick's health declined, with no warning, they found out his job was in jeopardy.
I've been with this company 14 years, and they called me in and said, we're going to have to make some cuts for next year, and we're going to have to eliminate your salary and your position with the company. So I was crushed. I was absolutely blindsided by that.
Within 2 weeks, our second business that we had on the side that was bringing in about $1,000 a month, we get a phone call. Nope, you're done. We can't do that anymore with you. You're out of here.
Rick's health decline resulted in a 15-day hospital stay. Grateful for his recovery, they felt overwhelmed by the medical debt.
After all of that, we had thousands and thousands of dollars worth of medical bills that we weren't counting on, weren't planning for.
The couple remained faithful with their giving and trusted God would provide for their needs.
I don't know how we're going to do it. Rick's not working at this point. I'm the only one working, and I'm not working as many days as I could, because I'm having to help take care of him and help take care of Logan. But okay, God, we're just going to do the right thing. We're going to pay our tithes. We're going to pay our offerings. We're going to chip away at this bill because it's ours to pay, and you're just going to help us out.
A Christian organization had been following Rick's story on social media and reached out to him.
The gentleman that called me said, I'll tell you what, I need you to send me an email with your 2 most pressing medical bills. And about a week later, he called me back and said, the vote was unanimous. The board wants to take care of these bills for you. And that was $8,000 worth of medical bills. I couldn't believe it. And I knew it was God.
God's way of doing things is so much better than ours. Same company calls him back, says, hey, we want to bring you back in. I'm like, okay, all right. We've had our respite period. God's paid the bills. Now we can go back to work. It's just, you can't figure that out yourself. God's got that under control.
Today, Rick and Debbie celebrate Logan's recovery and are amazed at the faithfulness of God through their financial hardship.
In 34 years of marriage, we've never had that amount of money come in just out of nowhere, but we've never needed it from out of nowhere before. And God supplied that. After I went back to work on July the 1st, we looked back at our finances and we looked back at money that had come in during that 6-month period, and it was as if I was never out of work. That's how much God took care of us financially.
It was just a moment of total being humble, for sure, and being so grateful. I can't even tell you how grateful. It was such a blessing.